What's up guys? In this video, I'm gonna tell you exactly my whole story. How I went from working for $20 an hour with a toxic boss, wrist on freaking fire, and also being stuck in the gray Canadian cold winter, to now, I'm traveling around the world, I'm teaching sports massage workshop around the world, I'm financially free, and I have a location independent online income. And I did that without posting 5 times a day, without doing silly TikTok dances that are kind of cringe, let's be honest, and trendy, and without burning thousands of dollars on ads. You wanna see how I did it? Let's get it. But before the marketing tactic, guys, I gotta tell you where it all started, and trust me, it wasn't pretty. That was 10 years ago. When I was 22, I just started my massage career. I just graduated Swedish massage. I worked at the first job offer that they had for me, which was in a spa. And it was an extremely toxic spa. Let me tell you, let's take a very non-offensive name like Chinese Karen, because my boss was Chinese and she was a Karen. And basically, I was only having 5 minute breaks, 6 clients massaging back to back, only paid $20 an hour. That's crazy, yo. That's really crazy. And on top of that, I was stuck in Canada in winter, super cold, didn't have no freedom to travel because even though I was self-employed, my boss forced me to have a certain schedule. So yeah, it was crazy. So I lived in Montreal, and basically every single dollar I was making, I had to save it. The food, the rent, the supplies, continuing education that I had to take, it was very stressful because basically I had to really calculate to the pennies everything that I earned. And I'm gonna be honest, because it wasn't that long ago, even when I scaled my practice and I started my independent practice and I was treating between 30 to 40 clients a week, I was also losing hope because my goal was to travel, to see the world, and also not work freaking every day, So I was kind of feeling stuck, right? And hopeless, right? When I was working for someone else, I was underpaid and toxic, and I had a lot of free time because the spa wasn't that booked, right? And then once I scaled my business, I started my own practice, I was like, oh my God, now I make a lot of money, but all I do is work, and all I do is I was going to acupuncture and osteo at least once a week to deload my wrist and my hands. And I was like, this is not sustainable because when I'll be 40 or 50, I don't see myself making 30 or 40 clients a week, Despite being good income, I knew it was not sustainable. I knew that 10, 20 years down the line, I would not be able to perform 30 to 40 clients a week. So I'm gonna be honest, I was very anxious about the future and kind of feeling hopeless. And guys, it was really different from how I envisioned my life once I reached a certain age, right? When I was starting out, it was the opposite. I didn't make enough money, I had a lot of time, but no money and toxic environment, At 2 years ago, before I really started to scale my online practice, I was making good money, don't get me wrong, really good money, but very tired, working all the time, and being stuck because I was afraid that if I left for 2-3 months to travel, my clients wouldn't be there. So I was stuck in that state, I would say, for the past 8 years. And yeah, it was a very difficult state. Even though, things got better as time went on, I still had anxiety about the future of my career. I've had enough. One day, I was like, there's gotta be a better way to this. And I saw online all those fitness influencers, basically all those influencers that are basically not even educating their audience and not even providing value. And I was like, I need to do something about this, right? Both to get more clients in and both to scale my practice beyond my hands. So I took many mentorship. I researched social media marketing and how to actually both grow my client base using social media and online presence, and also how to generate money online through courses, through mentorship of my own, and all of that. And I came up with the very humble name, the Maximum Hustle Social Media Engine. So what the truck is maximum hustle social media engine? Well, it's very simple. It's into 4 little things right here. So things number 1 is clarity of offer. Who do you help and who is your ICP? What is your ICP? Is your ideal client profile. Things number 2 is profile. So your profiles need to showcase exactly who you are, what you do, and the best way I could frame it is grab a random 5-year-old and show your profile to your 5-year-old and say, can that 5-year-old understand in less than 5 seconds what you're all about? That's one of the best advice I could tell you, right? Things number 3 is content that actually converts, right? I have nailed down the exact strategy and content script that works for us body worker, whether you're an osteopath, massage therapist, chiropractor, fascia stretch therapist, all of that. It's relatively the same script and the same rules for all of that to go have your content not only go viral, but attract the right ICP, right? Remember what's ICP, right? And 4 is DM flow and booking. A lot of people, the best way I could describe like what is a DM flow is kind of like when you're, sliding the DMs of someone that you're attracted to, right? If you go and you're too like straightforward and say, hey, you wanna, Netflix and chill, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's not gonna work. That person's like, yo, what the frick? Like, this guy's way too direct, There's a way of approaching the DMs, right? There's a way of talking to people. So all of that method is broken down in there. And why am I different from all of those social media guru or marketing agency is that one thing that is extremely different is I am a massage therapist who walk the talk. And what I mean by walk the talk is you can see I'm not doing too bad for myself, So you have some of the data like here about my content. And, even before that, I'm a pretty decent massage therapist. As you can see right there, I won a couple of awards, right? So I walk the talk. Unlike those marketing agencies that will also guarantee you results. I will give you no guarantee because I think you're smarter than that. And there's only 2 guarantees in life, death and taxes. Okay guys, so now you're at the part of where I'm explaining how you can actually capitalize. So the first thing you can do is change your Instagram bio. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have one sentence that explains, I help XYZ through XYZ. That's the first line. It has to be as niche and precise as possible, right? Things number 2 is your credibility piece, right? Are you a registered massage therapist? If I'm talking to my Canadian audience, are you a licensed massage therapist? Are you a medical massage therapist? Are you specialized in lymphatic post-op drainage? You want to see what is your credibility, right? And then the last part of the bio, it should be something we call in marketing a CTA. What is a CTA? It is a call to action. You want to incentivize people to either DM you or book an appointment. So that's the bio. You can change that automatically right now. If you want, then the link in the description is a there's a cheat sheet, to help you make your bio better. So another thing that is extremely important is actually having a content strategy. And that made the whole difference for me, right? So what is a content strategy? It's very simple. A content strategy is separated into 3 parts, right? You have 3 pillars of content. You have pillar number 1 of your content, which I call awareness. Your goal with this type of content is not to bring clients in, is you just want to make people aware of who you are, what you do, right? Just in my other way to say it, you want to bring as many eyeballs as possible into your website, your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, whatever. This is phase 1, awareness. Phase number 2 is building trust. And that's extremely important. And that's why we're even watching this whole video is you want to create that trust. And when you think about bodywork is an extremely, extremely intimate practice. People are literally giving away their body towards you, right? So who you're gonna choose, right? If you yourself were a client, right? Or if I extrapolate and make that comparison to restaurant, right? If you go on Google, right, and search for a restaurant, if you're in an area that you don't know, right? what restaurant do you choose? Do you choose the restaurant with like one picture and one Google review? Or you choose the restaurant with like a dozen pictures, their menu, what they're all about, and like if they have social media, right? Now, it's up to you, but I would go for the latter option, right? That restaurant that showcase like, what they do and their menu, and they're actually like good food, which is, the same for us massage therapists, even more. Like people are literally giving away their body to you, right? And then this is the last phase of the content strategy. The last pillar is content that actually convert, right? So you have brought all those people that you're aware, you're building trust, and you have content that converts. Usually it's the type of content that most businesses do because they're, like, oh, 2 massage for like $200, something like that, But the thing is, like, if you haven't had that pillar, it goes back to what I was saying earlier, trying to slide into someone's DMs, right? And you go straight, hey, Netflix and chill, not even a hello and stuff. So that's basically it. Most businesses I see, they only do content that converts, and sorry to say that, even when they're trying to post content that convert, it's not very good because they're trying to sell too hard. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in marketing is the more you try to sell your services or your product, the less people want to buy. So once I implemented all of those strategies and I set up the whole system, I'm gonna be honest, guys, it was absolutely insane. So 3 things happened at my practice. So first of all, I started to attract high value clients, right? So I started working with supermodels, celebrities, elite athletes, because they found me through social media, and I was able to raise my prices because, I was attracting elite clients, right? Second thing that happened is I started teaching massage, right? And at the school that I was teaching, I'm the only teacher. And even when I travel the world, I'm one of the few teachers that have their workshops sold out and with a wait list, right? So, and I love teaching. I love sharing my knowledge. So the fact that social media allows me to connect with more body workers so I can teach them my style of sports massage is amazing, right? And things number 3 is I have an income that is not depending on these hands. Even though, these hands are rated E for everyone, I get tired. And having an income that is not depending on my physical ability is crazy. And also having an income that I could generate anywhere, So next month, I don't know when you're watching this video, but right now it's December 2025. I'm going to Asia to visit family, to also do further like Thai massage training, and I'll be able to work anywhere. I just need my laptop and my phone, and I can actually help people as well. And I am very honored to have been able to help many therapists, whether it's Jasper.
Hey, my name is Jasper and I am a registered massage therapist in the Montreal area, and I decided earlier this year to invest in Kevin's coaching, and it has been by far one of the best experiences that I've had. Kevin is extremely knowledgeable and super supportive, and he always gives me that push that I need to stay consistent. His strategy is very effective and super easy to implement. With his guidance, you'll be set for success. Kevin's coaching has been one of the best investments that I've made into my business, and I would highly recommend.
Oh, waiter, we have my boy, Jeff.
I've been a massage therapist for about 6 years now. I wanted to grow my practice. I wanted to be more sustainable. So I reached out directly to Kaching to see if his coaching program would allow me to reach my goals. And it's really been a game changer. We looked at strategies on how to attract new clients, both through social media and in-person connections. We also looked at how to properly manage my bookings so I could have a busier, more balanced schedule. We looked at the pricing for it to be more efficient and more sustainable. And we also looked at to have the proper mindset to think like a business owner and not just as a therapist. If you're a massage therapist and you want to grow your practice, I highly recommend Kitching's coaching program.
Or, I have a couple more testimonials. For example, Catherine, clinic owner.
Salut! Je viens juste de faire le cours en marketing avec Kitching. Puis, pour moi, je pensais que je m'en sortais déjà bien en marketing. Je faisais un petit peu n'importe quoi, puis je voyais un petit peu le résultat. Finalement, je viens de comprendre c'est quoi que ça veut dire stratégie. Puis, avoir un hook, comment bien poster, diriger ton channel. Fait que je suis vraiment contente, puis j'ai super hâte de l'utiliser dans ma business, puis dans ma clinique, puis de voir où est-ce que ça peut m'emmener, parce que j'ai des grands projets, puis c'est la clé. Merci.
And Jacqueline, who wants to scale her practice and go to Jamaica and teach massage in Jamaica.
So I just finished the social media course with Kaching, and I'm happy about it. I feel like it was well organized, that I'm able to begin to strategize what I'll be doing next, put it into action, and begin to transform my business. So looking forward to 2026. And yeah.
And many more, you don't take my word for it. You can just, editing guy, shoot the screenshot avalanche now. You are ready to get started? So just a quick reminder, guys, I have the profile optimization cheat sheet right here in the description below. And whether you're a massage therapist that is just starting out, that want to escape their prison working for someone else and want to start their own practice, or whether you're a super booked clinic owner or super booked massage therapist who is physically capped, cannot scale their income because you're physically not able, because at some point there's so many massages you can do, hit me up right there in the link below. Let's get you started, because you want to maximize your life and also maximum gains.